Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, new paperwork is alleging that 051 Melly was really YNW Melly before YNW Melly was YNW Melly. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something with the Melly name where guys might just want to unalive their own friends for whatever reason. Who knows? But keep in mind, this isn't us making these accusations. This is paperwork that's being put out there through FOIA requests, I believe, and old crimes that happened in the primetime drill era are now starting to resurface through paperwork. And now that it's public, people are being able to see who's who and what's going on. Now, for the longest, it's always been a running rumor that 051 Melly may have had a hand in his own friends being unalived. However, it was just never proven. But a lot of people have a very strong suspicion, especially being that the suspect was never caught. However, there's been all type of rumors, such as the day these two were unalived, 051 Melly was allegedly in a car, and although that's never been proven, once again, it's just a rumor. Now, if you don't know what we're referring to the shooting homicides of Jarocity Motor inside, where according to reports on January 3rd, 2019, the two were in the 2014 Dodge Avenger when they stopped at a red light facing northbound on Indiana at 51st Street. Suspects will pull up in a silver grayish Dodge believed to be Charger on the passenger side and fire multiple shots into the vehicle. Motor inside would take off to avoid being shot as their car would come to a stop at 5052 South Indiana. Police would appear on scene and would pronounce both victims deceased. Now, THF member Gino was accused of being a suspect within that shooting, but others will also state that a female by the name of Ambry was responsible for setting it up, allegedly. Legend has it that Ambry would be the one that dropped their locations, being that she's accused of playing both sides as she was affiliated with 051 and THF 46, who are both rivals. Many believe this is what led to her demise, as well as allegedly 051 Melly would be accused of taking her life for allegedly being behind the shooting deaths of Motor inside. But somehow many would still believe that 051 Melly himself is a suspect. See how crazy that is? What if they both conspired to do it and Melly took her out, fearing that she would give him up? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get into a flashback video we did covering this story to get y'all up to speed. But before we do, let's get into the paperwork that have just dropped that got everyone bringing up the concept of Melly being behind the shooting once again. Shout out to Drill Music because they're the ones that dropped this FOIA request paperwork, and the paperwork would read, quote, interview with blank at Area 1. And that part right there is important. I would say blank related to RD, that blank, he began to hang out with his blank along with Yarmel and a guy named Blank. Blank related that the evening of the homicides of Morris and Clark, Blank was at an acquaintance named Blank residence at 39th and Lake Park. Blank Yarmel, who goes by the nickname of Melly, Blank Yarmel stated Blank that I caught him for playing both sides. I didn't even have to get out the car. I shot him from the window and the car ran to Baba's. MF couldn't drive. Blank Yarmel was demonstrating with his hands how he was shooting out of the car window. Blank that the car was a Chrysler 300 with tints and very distinct rims. Blank related that Yarmel would joke with Blank, saying anyone want a Baba sandwich. Detective Rosales administered a photo lineup to Blank at Area 1 witness room. Blank circled position number 1, who is Yarmel Williams, CB number 1977094, referred to photo lineup supplemental report. Photo lineup is recorded under Erie. RD entered the witness room after the photo lineup and handed Blank a still photo of Yarmel Williams. Blank related that was Melly. Then Blank signed the photo identifying Yarmel Williams as Melly, the man who shot and unalived both victims. RD handed Blank 2 still photos of victims Morris and Clark. Blank related that he knew Motor, who was a victim, Wilbert Morris. Blank signed a photo identifying victim Morris. Blank related that he did not know victim Blank, but he believes he had seen him around before, but wasn't certain. Detectives learned Yarmil Williams was himself a victim of a homicide on 01 September 19th under JC 415562. Due to the positive identification of Yarmil Williams, aka Melly, as the lone offender that shot and unalived Wilbert Morris and Marcus Clark, but Williams' death precluding him from being arrested and charged, RD requests that this case be exceptionally cleared closed over exceptional death of the offender. Now, some people would say that this is false, cap, fake, and encourage people not to believe everything they see, despite it being in the paperwork. However, the paperwork is alleging that there's an informant who told them Melly was the suspect. So it's not like they found the suspect. It's not like somebody's coming up with a conspiracy theory. They themselves were tipped off that Melly was the suspect, and he was pointed out in a photo lineup. Now, we don't know how true it is because we do know that you can't just solely go off what the police say, because sometimes they could be on, but then sometimes they could be off. It is in fact the paperwork, so y'all let me know what y'all think about this. In the meantime, check this video out explaining why people already thought in the past that 051 Melly is the one behind their deaths, despite them all being friends. Y'all check this out. 051 Melly, aka the Grim Reaper of OTF, aka one of Lil Durk's most hated op. AKA when he passed away, I know Lil Durk and OTF was doing backflips because Melly was literally on these guys' heels. And Durk himself knew that because while he was alive, Durk made it his business to stay his butt out of Chicago. But that's another story. Now, 051 Melly may have been feared amongst his ops, but clearly it's starting to seem like he was also a Grim Reaper to his peers. Because according to a FOIA request that's been posted on the internet concerning the unaliving of one of Melly's friends, who goes by the name of Jarocity Motor inside, Melly is named as a suspect. Which is crazy because Melly was out here moving like Bishop in Juice. That's what it seemed like. And aside from just this situation, it's been many rumors that Melly had been accused of unaliving one of his own peers, or at least having something to do with it. Now, this is one of those situations where it don't matter if you did it or not. Just the mere fact that you are labeled as a suspect and your own friends unaliving says a lot. But on the flip side, we do know that it's been a thing where not only CPD, but oftentimes we see police in general pin bodies on deceased people just so they can close a cold case. So it's 50-50. But the problem with Melly is that this isn't his first or even second time being accused of taking the life of one of his associates. We did a video about this a long time ago, around the time where we stopped with the exposing things such as this because it got too out of hand. Too many instances where people would send us information, but then once the video comes out, they get scared for their safety, which is understandable, and they want to take the video down fearing that due to what's said, people would eventually find out who told us and then do something to them. So we just stopped taking information and exposing things. However, it's a lot that we've heard about certain situations, and to this day, people still send information. One of the things we were told a few years back was someone believing that 051 Melly allegedly backdoored his own friend Lord Dre because allegedly Lord Dre owed him some money. Now, this was information that came from a very close source, in which this was also a situation where the person wanted the video taken down after. Now, aside from Lord Dre, Melly was also accused of having something to do with the unaliving of FBG Duck affiliate and STL member Get Right. Despite having close ties with each other through Duck and others, it's been rumored that Melly either was one of the suspects in the shooting or had something to do with having him set up. And this was one of those stories where we first broke it due to us having a very close source tell us why they know Melly had something to do with it, but once again, they also wanted the video taken down after it was put up. Fast forward, now Melly is also being accused of having something to do with the unaliving of his friends Jarocity Motor inside after they was unalived back in January of 2019. Both Jarocity Motor inside was shot while in the vehicle, causing the car to crash into a gas line after the shooting took place, and both were pronounced deceased on the scene. The craziest part about all this is that prior to the shooting, Motor had just gotten released from jail just 3 months before the shooting, Inside himself was involved in another shooting shortly before that where he almost lost his life then. Two crazy scenarios. Now, of course, at the time of their passing, just like anyone else would assume, everyone believed that the shooting was done by their ops. And one of their biggest ops, who happened to be THF46, aka Trigger Happy Family, was the ones everybody pointed fingers at. Now, of course, they also taunted and did what everybody do within the drill culture when one of their ops passed away. But when a member by the name of THF Gino passed away in January of 2021, Jarocity members would begin posting Motor inside, which made everybody believe that maybe Gino had something to do with the unaliving of the two of them. However, it's now being suspected that Melly may have gotten down on his own friends, according to reports from CPD. Now, this all started due to a FOIA request that was put in by a curious Reddit user who was responsible for breaking the news. When asked how they came across Melly being a suspect and what made them look into it, they would state, quote, "We seen that the case was closed, death of offender on August. So we thought it was THF Gino, so we requested it, and CPD said they gonna send it 8th through the 11th October. Then we found out today that the offender that was the dead one listed was Melly, and we posted it straight away." Now here's a report as it will state, quote, "Update 610 command channel review is complete on 05 August 25. This case is now considered exceptionally cleared closed, other exceptional death of offender. Area 1 detective investigation determined blank shot Marcus Clark and Wilbur Morris, causing the death of both Marcus Clark and Wilbur Morris. However, due to the death of blank, this investigation is exceptionally cleared closed, other exceptional death of offender." Now, it's supposed to be more information coming out concerning this document, but you even have people that included 051 Melly's real name in just to see if it fit into the redacted part, and it did. Listen, y'all, social media detectiveness is literally at an all-time high, for real. Now, there's no clear reason as to why they feel 051 Melly is the suspect. I'm assuming maybe when more information dropped, then we will find out, opposed to them already knowing whatever it is that they know. And it's not clear of what the motive is to why Melly would want to take Motor's life. The only thing I could think of is if maybe it was some in-house tension between them we probably didn't know about, because as you can see, prior to his unaliving, he posted a video of him in the car, but after that he also posted saying, quote, "It's 2019, stop sneak dissing your friends. Call them and tell them what's up. 100 emoji." So once again, it could be in-house tension that nobody knows about. It could be a money debt situation where someone was owed money, or maybe it was just a paid hit. Who knows? But keep in mind that that's only if Melly did in fact do what he's being accused of. But what I would say is this though, if it do in fact come out that he really did it, that man is cold-blooded. Because Melly is the same one that after it came out that Motor and Side passed away, he would take to his IG to pay a tribute to Motor as he posted a picture of them two and captioned it saying, quote, "You know I still shed tears, right, shorty? You bogus in my eyes. One day they gonna cry like me too. I love you though." In another post, he would state, quote, "Ain't gonna be no killing without killing. Don't let that go too far over your head." So thinking about it, right? If it does come out that Melly did do it, Melly just might be one of the most smartest Grim Reapers of his time. Because maybe the reason he was able to dodge jail so much, but was still catching bodies, allegedly, is because he had a strategy, which was catch a body, never claim it, put the bug in people's ear that one of the ops did it, and never say a word to a soul about it. Pretty smart considering we live in a generation where everyone wants notoriety for anything illegal that they do, especially catching a body because they want to seem like demons. And taking pictures with people he allegedly backdoored just might be his signature move, because he was also accused of backdooring and unaliving Lord Dre, who he also took a picture with. But hey, I guess we just gonna have to wait and see what comes out of it. However, right now it's believed that Melly had something to do with Motor and Side being unalive based off what CPD is saying. Like I said before, this is one of those situations where whether he did it or not, him being considered a suspect of unaliving one of his friends is crazy enough. Can you imagine as a family member of one of these guys, someone you're probably cool with is identified as someone who unalived your brother, sister, or cousin? It's just crazy, man. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping, and I'm out.